good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're connecting from. My name is Sandra Uko. I'm a Maxwell Leadership Certified Team Member, coach, speaker, and trainer. I'm also an IT sales expert of over 20 years and a member of the Toastmasters as the Vice President Public Relations, and also just recently got gifted the Presidential Lifetime Award. And so today I'm very excited. I have a guest with me. And what do we do at Money Matter? We talk about it's a movement that talks about financial discipline, financial planning, financial coaching, all that we need, to be able to make, manage, and multiply money. That's what we do basically here. We talk about savings. We talk about investment vehicles that you can put your savings on to multiply. And we also talk about life, health insurance. We talk about businesses in the 21st century, things you can do, to increase your revenue and how to also get your products and services, even to those who need them. Because you could have a very good service, but if you do not know how to take it to those who need them, your services will just be there and you will not be able to sell. So that's what we do here. And we bring men and women who are skilled, who have been through different, experience in their business and who are doing great things to speak with us, share their story, also enlighten us on what they do so that we can learn too, and also equip the generation coming behind us, to be better leaders. And so today, the next person you get to see is Raheem Penny himself. He'll be taking us on a ride. Hello.
Hey, Sandra, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Very good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So great to have you. I know that your hands are so full, back to back. Having you, it's getting to bring you to this show tonight is a lot, and I want to appreciate you out of your busy schedule. Even under 5 minutes, you're able to join us tonight.
Yes. I'll make time. I'll make the time for you anytime, Sandra.
I'm so sorry. I understood that you have a lot on your hands, and I didn't want to put you under pressure when you said 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I said, okay, no problem. I'm going to be waiting. So yes. I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for making our time. And okay, we'd like to know you better. What are you up to? What's your name? What do you do? And what are the multitask skills you have? Because I believe that some people think, oh, let me just get good at being a teacher, and that's all right. But beyond just being a teacher, there are all the skills you can, embrace along the journey and get yourself ready, because sometimes we have opportunities, and if we're not ready for such opportunity, they come and they pass us by. So we want to hear from you, know you better, and also know what you're doing in your world.
Nice. So hi, everybody. My name is Raheem Penny. I'm an electrical engineer, a barber here in Georgia, licensed real estate agent, and also a Maxwell leadership speaker, trainer, and coach. I have a plethora of things that I do. I'm also a human being, right? I'm a child. I'm a parent. I do all these things, and it takes time to do all these things. But I make the time to do the things. And now I'm a podcaster with Sandra here. I'm a guest on a podcast show, and I'm enjoying the experience with the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So today we'll be talking about multi-skills, why you need to have several skills. What's the importance of having several skills? And how has it impacted your life? And how have you been able to use it to impact your world?
Having multiple skills is, I feel, a life need. The day I discovered that I needed multiple skills was the day that I got laid off from a job that I was working when I was 19 years old. So after 9 months, I was laid off and no other stream of income. Therefore, there was a lot of worry because now I've created this pattern of spending that I no longer can support because I got laid off. And so it was that time when I realized, like, I need to make sure I am constantly developing myself to ensure that I'm marketable, that I have another stream of income coming in so that I can continue to live as I would like, even in the midst of losing a contract, a job, opportunity. And then if I have employees, I have to be able to continue to provide, right? So having multiple skills allows you that benefit to be able to provide. If you lose one thing, you can put more. That says, okay, I can put more energy into this other thing and make this thing better, and use this skill more to provide and create more resources for my family.
Awesome, awesome. So, and that's the importance of having multi skills so that when one goes off, you can lean on the other one and get, get busy and get occupied in doing something great. So, but I want to find out from you, how have you learned the skills? Were you born with them or you got to learn them somehow? And how have you kept, how have you been relevant? Because, we know you have several skills. How have you remained relevant and how have you used it? Are you training people? Are you giving back? What are you doing in your community?
Mm. Yes, yes, yes. That's a really great question, Sandra. How did I gain these skills? Am I born with it? Is it learned? Talent and a gift is a gift from God, right? Talent is something God gives you. However, even if you're talented, you still have to do the work to make sure that you are the best. Talent only takes you so far. Hard work takes you the furthest. And so when you decide that you want to embark on a new journey, the first time you try it, you might be talented at it, or you might not be good at it.
Sure.
Regardless of which way you come into this skill, you get introduced to it, you still have to work hard to develop the skill to become the best. And so I think the number one skill that I have is my work ethic. I'm willing to dig in and get my hands dirty and figure out, mess up a few times and correct it, right? And continuously correct myself until I become the product that I want in any industry and anything that I've done. And so when it comes to barbering, the first time I cut my hair, or the first time I cut hair, it was my hair and it wasn't good. I'm going to tell you that now. Now I cut hair and I'm like, yeah, I think I was born with it. It feels like I was born with the skill. But the reality is I continuously did it. I worked at it. I did bad. I got bad reviews. I got bad responses from my haircuts. But I continued to go. I continued to work. When it comes to speaking, everybody says public speaking is the scariest thing to do for the human race. It's not. You start, you do it bad, but you keep doing it. You keep failing, and you keep learning, and you take feedback, and you take that feedback, and you keep on going. One thing for public speaking that I did that really helped me tremendously was I made a promise to myself to say hi, how are you doing to every single person that I walk past. What that does is it takes out the rejection, because you get rejected. Some people might respond, some people might not respond, but you get out of your head about, oh, I'm worried about this person responding or not. You just get used to saying it. And so now, hi, how you're doing, it's a common courtesy, but it gets that conversation going. And some people might have a great conversation. Somebody might tell you about the rest of their life and everything they're going through. That could help you with the conversation. But that helped me with like being comfortable speaking to anyone by just saying, hi, how are you doing, to every single person I walk past. And so other skills, and when it comes to developing in the community, I personally love to volunteer. Just today at the barbershop, there's a guy, William Oliver. He runs a STEAM. He runs a STEAM, which is STEM and science, technology, engineering, academia, and math program. And I was just talking to him today about coming to his academy and supporting for summer, creating an electrical engineering curriculum, helping him with his electrical engineering curriculum for the kids. And it's a nonprofit. And so I'm always willing to teach the skill. As long as somebody comes and shows me that they're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach the skill. So giving back to the community is definitely one of the most powerful things you can do when it comes to having multiple skills and trying to get better. And they say when you teach something is when you truly master it, right? When you have the ability to teach something, that's when you have truly mastered that skill. And so I take every opportunity I can to teach the things that I do know.
Awesome. That's a great one. Always willing to volunteer, always willing to give yourself to helping and giving back to the community. That's a great one. And that's true. You reminded me to go, places you want to go volunteer, at least 2, 3 months before time, you go tell them you're going to be available. So that if they're looking for help or extra errands, they know that they have you already, and you spoke about, whatever you know how to do, when you teach it, you become an expert. You get good. Just like we know that repetition is the key to learning. What you do over time, the compounding effects become
Mm-hmm.
stronger. You get good at what you do. And that's why, I would always liken this to a toddler that's about to work. What he does is like he tries to get up, falls back, he gets up again because he sees people around working with their two legs. And before you know it, he get good. But before you know it, he's playing, he's jumping around, and it's also playing soccer. I've seen a lot of things. So whatever you think you know, or you think, oh, I'm just learning, oh, I'm not so good at it, keep doing what you're doing. It is said that mistake is another way of doing things. So don't see yourself making error, making mistake, or failing a grade and think that's the end of it. But you can put yourself to learning, put yourself to, trying it out and out again. And as you keep trying it out, you become very good, and you become master at what you do. Just like you're a master of so many trade, you're a great barber, you have a lot of reviews, you're also an electrical engineer, you do a lot of work in engineering, and now you want to start teaching engineering to students during the summer break, which is a good one. And
Mm-hmm.
practically, you're also a speaker, the Maxwell coach and speaker. And you're
Mm-hmm.
also into real estate. You can imagine several business you're doing right now. And that's
Yes.
because you learned your lesson while you were age 19 when you lost your first job.
Mm-hmm.
That informed you that you needed to get all the skill. You need all the skills, to get good. You need other skills to fall back on. Should you need money, should you be out of one job, you have other things you can do, and which is a good one, getting prepared for the days ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So have you managed with timing it, as in knowing that, oh, you have like four trade, when do you do which one, when do you have seasons, do you have timing when you engage in different business, or it's in the evening that you do a particular business, in the morning you do something else? What do you do? How do you time it?
Yeah, so time management is also a skill that I believe is the most valuable. If you can manage time, you can manage anything. You can manage people, you can manage a lot of things if you can manage time well. And so for me, when you get into an industry, you learn the peak seasons and you learn the seasons when it's slow. And
Yeah.
so being new to real estate, I'm figuring that out kind of because I've been studying real estate. I've been undershadowing other people. So I have an idea when it's time, when a lot of people are buying and a lot of people are selling. I have an idea, but now I'm having the idea or the experience from the realtor side to be the agent. So to be looking for people now, knowing that I'm going to get a lot of phone calls now because when spring is here and this is the time to move. Spring and summer, people are going to move. And so time management. I was working on real estate stuff when I just got my license in September and I'm working on it. However, now I know to expect a lot of calls. I have showings this weekend, like it's about to pick up. And so now it's okay, barbering is there, and I use appointment based to do barbering. And so if there's no appointments, I can control what I have to do for the weekend. And so if I need this weekend to do something specific for real estate, I can block out the schedule, let clients know, hey, I have another person that you can work with. I'll be back on this day. And so managing it throughout the week and being prepared, being ready before the day comes helps a lot when it comes to time management. As far as like day in day out, I am an engineer every day. Like every day from Monday to Thursday, I'm an engineer. I have that time committed to doing that work. If something comes up, I can step outside. I can step away from work and handle it real estate wise, John Maxwell wise. If I need to go speak at a school or go speak to other people, I can manage it around my engineering schedule because that's currently primary. And so I'm able to do some things sometime for now until I can allocate tasks to others, right? And so in real estate, allocating tasks would be becoming a broker and having agents work alongside you, right? In barbering, that would mean owning the barbershop and having barbers work alongside you. And so now I don't have to worry about the day in, day out task. I worry about the business of it and the management of it. And so that's where I would reach success, is what I would say, what I would think. But currently, I do engineering every day, and the other things I have to be selective about my time because there's only 24 hours in each day.
True. And then you have to schedule it around your engineering.
Yes.
That's awesome. Meaning that you take a time, and for the barbing you take appointments, and every other
Hmm.
one you try to schedule and work with the timing that you have to be able to
Yes.
serve all the customers, which is awesome. Knowing
Yes.
your time, and time what life is made of. So it is said that when you say you're 15 years, mean you've spent 15 years of your time in. So oftentimes I would often tell people, I said, time is life. So whatever you do with your time, whatever you do with your life really does matter. Really does matter if you say, I have lived well, I have spent time well. So when you see
Hmm.
people who have done so well with their timing, you can see that they are great achievers. They've done so much. They've climbed the ladder of success. They're doing so great because they
Hmm.
have managed time well, meaning they
Yes.
have managed their life well. They have found using their time well to achieving other things. Like you rightly said, be you make a time to go speak, even to the teenagers in school. As a
Hmm.
coach, you also make a time to do your real estate, and as the business grows, when you're able to delegate to others, when you have teammates, people who
Hmm.
can work with you, people who can manage the business while you're not there, you can all people who can do the job while you are managing the business. That would be a lot better. So, and I know
Yes.
that's where your business is getting to, being focused, knowing where you want to be, and doing it right, and getting good reviews from people. That's, it's just a matter of time. The business will also blossom.
Yes.
The business will blossom. Is there a time you had a big challenge, like you were thinking of dropping any business was not coming? How are you going to pay your bills? Was there a time you had any encounter like that?
Um, the experience when I got laid off, for sure, that happened. And that's what led me into, that's what propelled me into the desire to stay fit for the market, right? That time was tough for me because I was working full time and I was going to school full time, and so I had a system. I go to work 8 hours, go to school for 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 or 4 hours, depending on how many classes I'm taking that semester, and I had my system going. Right, I started working first, and then I started school maybe 6 months later. And so just as I start school and I get into this routine, um, they start laying people off. And so now I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't have that, but I still need to get school done. And so I just kept pushing through school until I was able to find something else. And so even then, I guess I was still working on developing multiple skills because even though I had the job, I was going to college to become an engineer. So I guess I've always knew that I needed multiple skills. Now that I'm saying it out loud, like I was working a full-time job and still going to school to learn something else. And so losing the job was the big time where I was concerned about paying bills. As far as like real estate and barbering and everything else, yeah, right after the Maxwell conference, I was concerned that I wasn't gonna get booked for speaking and it wasn't gonna work out. However, I've spoken at schools, and that's one avenue, right? You speak at schools, you take the pictures and you market. And so even in barbering, you're slow, so you go out and you pass out cards. You make sure you're marketing, and connecting with people, networking. Use that time to build a reputation for yourself. And then in real estate as well, make sure you're calling people, you're getting people on the phone, you're creating appointments. Even if it's not your showing, you go to an open house, meet people, you network. And so, in the time or in the seasons when it's challenging, you have to see the light. You have to see an opportunity there, and that's what I think is a big key when it comes to being successful.
Awesome, awesome. You spoke the right word. Networking is the backbone of any business. You can stay in your house and expect people to call you. You have got to go out there on the field to network. Like you rightly said, you would always want to strike a conversation by saying hi or
Mm-hmm.
greeting them, just because, and not everyone will respond to you the way you expect them to respond. But at
Mm-hmm.
least you have close to 70 or 80% of people who are willing to just go into a conversation, who are like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, he greeted me. And you break their eyes and they want to talk, they want to find out what you're doing so that they can
Mm-hmm.
patronize you. So beyond that, you spoke about also seeing opportunities, because we have people who, never sees opportunity. Beyond just seeing opportunity, how many of us are seizing opportunity? It's a different thing. You can see opportunity and not use it. You know that? But
Mm-hmm.
some people see opportunity and immediately they go all out for the opportunity. They want to make, they want to get everything possible from the opportunity. So that's why I tell people, I say, beyond just seeing opportunity, you have to engage. You have to seize the opportunity. And you must be ready for an opportunity not to pass you by. If you're not ready and the job comes for a speaker and you're not a coach or a speaker, you've never learned how to speak, or you never spoke in a gathering or something, you probably will just see the opportunity pass through and will not even land on your table. But if you're skilled already, you're trying out different things. Once it comes, you'll be able to say, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. And by so doing, you just found out that, oh my God, I did it well. And it came out
Mm-hmm.
well. So I
Right.
think never taking a no for an answer, always making an attempt to grow, because I think was it putting your dream to test, where John Maxwell said, work in your strength zone. What are you called to do? What are you
Mm-hmm.
good at doing? The next thing he said, if you want to grow, then you must leave your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond, yes, in your strength zone, it is easy for people to call you and say, Raheem. Oh, Raheem can stand up immediately and start cutting people's hair and giving them the kind of styles they want. Yes. But beyond just working in your strength zone, you can also grow beyond measure by leaving your comfort zone. He said, no one ever grows remaining stagnant. No one ever grows remaining in the same spot without trying new things. So you must leave your comfort zone. You must leave where you think, oh, I'm okay here. I don't want any trouble. I don't want to stress myself. No. But you find out that even under pressure, you grow. Even those who are like multi-talented, you're multi-skilled. Sometimes you get under pressure in delivery
Mm-hmm.
because you're already used to doing so much. So even when those pressure comes, it doesn't shake you.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to schedule properly to be able to deliver on all your projects.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say thank you for your time. I appreciate. But beyond that, what's the secret? What has kept you going?
What has kept me going? The fire. What's the fire behind me that's keeping me blazing?
Yeah.
Um, right right now, my real answer, my dearest answer is my son. I have a 9-year-old son. His name is Nathan, and I want him to see that his dad worked so hard to make sure that he can live his dreams. And so, the beginning, it was me. It was just me. I was motivated. I was self-motivated. Yeah, let's do it. But now, more than anything, I would want to make sure that he sees the work and he understands and he values everything that he has because of the work that I have put in. And so I want him to understand like there's always opportunity everywhere. All the things that I know, I learned it, right? If somebody taught it to me, I learned it. It's a skill. It's a skill that I value. And the fact that I value the skill, I hope that he too can value those things.
Awesome. That's a great one. Being a role model, leading
Yes.
for him to see. Because I
Yes.
tell people an example is what an advice is worth more than an advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can tell people, oh, don't do this, do this. But when people see examples, they see that you are playing it, role playing it. They're
Mm-hmm.
able to do it better.
Yes.
So beyond that, just telling our kids what to do, we also have to show it. We have to lead in that way. Let them
Yes.
see and put their feet on your steps. Let them see what you do, and it's okay. I want to be like that. I want to be better and greater than that. You want them to embrace the skills and embrace learning more skills, getting themselves out there and be useful, volunteering, giving themselves and giving their time. So that's a great one, sir. I appreciate that. And that's to say that, and that's what we all ought to do as leaders, role modeling what you want the next generation to do. You have got to leave it, you've got to model it so that it is easy for them to see you do it and they can do it. And that's
Yeah.
why you find that for younger children, when they teach them in school, they teach them with pictures, they
Mm.
teach them with actions, they watch videos. When they want them to learn a new skill, they show them videos, and they're able to watch and see the reactions of people. So
Mm.
beyond just telling people what to do or tell them to read in a book, you can act it out. You can
Yes.
become an example. You can be a leader in that sphere, and
Yes.
it's easier for this younger generation to see you do it, and they're able to do it like you or even better than you. So I want to say thank you for your time. Before we call it a day, I also want to thank our audience. Thank you for being on this show. Thank you for being here with us. And please kindly share once you watch this video. For those who be stumbling across the video some other time, please kindly like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can often get more updates from me. And perhaps there might be topic or areas you want people to speak about. You can leave it at the comment section. You can find our number at the description below. Leave your comments, leave what you feel and what you think would help us do better, or what area you want us, to bring a coach to speak on. Thank you so much, sir. But before we call it a day, maybe you have one or two things to say.
I want to thank you, Sandra, for all the work that you're doing for creating this platform to be able to educate, empower, and inform people about the possibilities that are there. I'm sure, like your previous guests, my story can reach and impact someone and have them have that light bulb come on for them to get out there and learn a new skill and master a skill that they already know. So I want to thank you for all the work that you've done for creating this platform and allowing me to grace your presence.
Thank you so much, sir. And that's the same thing that happened to me. I learned a lot of skills. I became an author. I became a ghostwriter. I became a graphic artist. I became a podcaster. I'm a science-based person, but I put
Mm.
myself to learning these new skills. So there's really nothing. I'm a mother, and I do a lot too beyond all this work. And that's why I believe everyone can learn anything. If you put your mind to learning any new skill, you're able to do. And just recently, I got a guitar. I want to start playing music, at least for myself. Having a skill, I just left it here. It's okay. I have a coach who wants to be taking me once every week. So there's really nothing that you want to learn that you cannot learn. You have to be ready to put yourself to use. You have to be ready to stretch yourself. The master will always say you must give up something to go up.
Yes.
So I'm looking at, okay, let me have a skill that as I grow older, I can excite myself, I can sing and worship God, and I can play my guitar. So and I'm
Yes.
like, okay, that's a new skill that I want
Yes.
to learn. But I know that it's not gonna be easy. So I am like, I'm giving it all it will take to learn. I've spoken to one or two friends. So at different times I'm going to be taught. Somebody's going to be teaching me. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
learn. And also, that's why I said there's really nothing the human mind wants to do that you cannot do. So just think about one skill. Think about one thing that will impact you, something you love, something you see others do that you want to do. The moment you are able to put your mind to it, you can also reach out to those people to say, okay, can you mentor me in this area? And that's
Mm.
what I did. I've never played a guitar before, never
Nice.
played any musical instruments. But I
Nice.
just thought that I want, because I love music, I want to start learning one instrument. And I felt that the guitar would be a good one.
Mm.
So just find out what you want to learn in this.
I'm gonna. I'm after the Super Bowl, there was an interest, but now that I had this conversation with you, I'm gonna buy a guitar this weekend, and I want to learn that too.
No, it's good because you want to have a skill in music. Because if you love music, sometimes
Yes.
you want to sing, and worship God, and you just want to play something, some
Yes.
nice and good sound. If you're not good
Mm-hmm.
on the keyboard, you might be good percussion instruments, might be
Mm-hmm.
clarinet, it might be something else. So just think about something that you want to
Yeah.
do. And if you can get mentors around, you can go on YouTube. Some of my
Mm-hmm.
friends call YouTube YouTube University. There's really
Right.
nothing you're looking for that you can't find there. So just
Yeah.
perhaps you think, okay, I want to become a graphic artist. You can find somebody
Yeah.
who is a success already
Mm-hmm.
in that area, in that chosen field. You want to be a good guitarist. You can just go online and find some people. Some people
Yes.
can be around you, maybe in your church, in your neighborhood. They can be a
Mm-hmm.
blessing to you too. Thank you so much, Raheem. I really do appreciate. Thank you so much, our viewers. Thank you for being on this show. Please kindly share and do have a lovely weekend and a restful one. Thank you. Bye, everyone.